Ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs, welcome to the Chiamazing show where I talk about gaming type news and stuff that mattered to me. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Sony's press conference they had Tuesday. And in that press conference, they revealed something that we've kind of known was going to happen since July. There's been a lot of rumors about it, but now it is official. We will have the PS3 Super Slim. The Super Slim is going to come in a 250 gigabyte model and a 500 gigabyte model. The 250 gigabyte model will be bundled with Uncharted 3 Game of the Year and will also come with a $30 voucher for Dust 514, which is pretty awesome because that is an awesome game and I recommend everyone try it out. This will come out on September 25th for $269, and then it will also come out later by itself. Currently, it's hinted at that the 500 gigabyte one will come with Assassin's Creed 3, but there's no price or announced on that. There's two things interesting about this. The first thing is that Europe or any PAL region is not getting the 250 gigabyte. Instead, they're getting a 12 gigabyte flash memory model that works kind of like the 4 gigabyte Xbox and how like the Wii U's 8 gigabyte with 32 gigabyte. We're looking at September 27th in Australia and at October 12th in Europe. That's the first interesting thing. The second one is that the prices didn't really drop. Normally, when you redefine the console, it's because of shrinking costs and cutting costs and all that good stuff. But the prices didn't drop for any of these. It's just like they redesigned and kept the same prices, which is kind of pissing a lot of people off. We also have a red and blue Vita that will be released in November in Japan. PlayStation Mobile has a release date of October 3rd with like 30 games set for launch. The SDK will be released in November, so people will be able to make games and put on there. And it's going to have a fee similar to Apple's fee of $99 a year. And we also may get a PlayStation Store redesign in October. It's a rumor that's going around. And moving from Sony to Bioware. Bioware has some really good news and some really bad news. And let's cover the bad news first. The bad news is the Bioware co-founders have retired from the company, though both the doctors are gone. Amid all the speculation for EA forced them out or they're just tired of dealing with EA's bullshit, is the projects they said that they're leaving for. One of them wants to do a web-based interview show called The Beer Diaries. Wants to work on beer-related products and apps and such. And the other one wants to deal with entrepreneurship and civil liberties. It's like completely different things there. It could have been entirely possible that they really were just like, you know what, I'm tired of EA shit. But you also have to remember the fact that you have two guys who are medical doctors that were making video games. So it's also entirely possible that they're like, hey, you know what? We formed this company. It made a lot of money. We're done. We're ready to do something else. Now, in the good news for Bioware, they did announce Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, which we kind of already gathered some details from it based on that survey that was leaked. They're saying it's going to come out late 2013, which makes you wonder if, since the current speculation is the next gen consoles are coming out late 2013, how well it will actually do if it's on a current gen console. There was also hints at another Mass Effect game, one that doesn't involve Commander Shepard, but still takes place in the Mass Effect universe, and the Mass Effect single player DLC that's set to release this fall has a name. It's called Omega. They're also hinting at a completely new franchise or game set in a completely brand new universe. There could still be some good shit coming out of Bioware. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the founders are gone, so the company's going to go to hell, and I'm not going to say that it's not, because more than likely it is, but there's a chance that Bioware could still push out some good content, because Mass Effect 3 was a good game. The ending might have sucked for a lot of people, but it was still a good game. Dragon Age 2 to me is still a good game. It wasn't great, but it was pretty fun. Especially considering I played a rogue on Dragon Age 2, and playing a rogue in Dragon Age 2 was a lot more fun than playing one on Dragon Age 1, but I digress. And a bunch of randomness here. We got Guild Wars 2 is now available for Mac, so for people who have Mac want to play Guild Wars 2, there you go. The Castlevania movie, which was on again, off again, different versions of. Don't have any idea what's going on with that movie, but we do know that Michael Dorn is going to play a werewolf. You probably remember Michael Dorn since he played Worf in Star Trek Next Generation. Project Eternity, which was Obsidian Entertainment's Kickstarter project, has set a tentative release date of spring 2014. Ninja Gaiden Z is going to be a spin-off of Ninja Gaiden series, where the main character is actually attempting to kill the protagonist from Ninja Gaiden. That could be interesting. There's also a couple other Ninja Gaiden games. One for the Vita, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus, which is just going to be Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, but redone for the Vita. And Ninja Gaiden Clans for iOS. There's a lot of Ninja Gaiden stuff so far at TGS. Zynga has hired Mortal Kombat co-creator John Tobias. They hired a couple other people. They actually acquired a mid-level studio. They're trying to beef their staff back up, see what they can do. Microsoft has renewed the Killer Instinct trademark, which could be something and could mean nothing at the same time. Hopefully it means it, because I loved Killer Instinct. As long as they don't butcher the hell out of it, it could be pretty awesome. They're also working on a wearable controller. They have several patents they've been filing lately, and they have one for a wearable device that can detect like muscle activity. It's an interesting concept. I said before, I'm not too much into motion gaming, but if they do it right, this could be really cool, especially if you combine all the things that they've been patenting lately, the immersive display technology and all that stuff. They could really get to a point where it is kind of very VR without having to wear a VR headset. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about at the moment because I'm still compiling stuff for TGS. We got more TGS to come, so I might do an update tomorrow. If not, I will wrap up TGS stuff Friday/over the weekend. The Resident Evil 6 demo did hit yesterday. If you've had a chance to check it out, you're probably like most people and don't like it, or you're very about it. Me personally, I haven't played it all the way through. I've played Leon's, which was almost good. I don't want to say it was bad. It's just it is very reminiscent of the older games without actually having the pulse driving, nervousness of the older games. And I've played through Chris's a little bit, which is very, I won't say Call of Duty like because it's not, but it is. So you could tell it's not a third person action, super action, but at the same time it's not Resident Evil, which I get. They're trying to go with 3 different stories and you want to have 3 different play styles, I'm assuming. And I haven't done Jake's, so I have no idea, but I've heard it's more like Chris's. And with Chris, and if they go that route with Chris, I'm actually fine with that. But Leon's story needs to be more spooky, and I'm not sure it's going to really do that based on this demo. I'm still getting the game, but I don't anticipate that it will be one of my top. I also have Borderlands 2, which is why I haven't finished that demo. I've been playing some Borderlands 2, so I will do a review on Borderlands 2 next week, and hopefully before too long I'll be able to get some footage for you guys to watch of me and Ryakon and possibly Totemis playing. So that should be in the works fairly soon. That's pretty much all I have today. Like I said, be on the lookout for more TGS updates, and I will see you guys Friday.